All right, so in this video I have a look at the brand new Air Jordan 34, and let's open the box and see what we have inside. Kind of an interesting box design, how this thing kind of caves inward, and I don't know, odd. Shoes, box. Let's go ahead and take a look at these shoes. What is going on, guys? Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description, and happy shopping, as well as if you want to buy a pair of the brand new Air Jordan 34s. So I know this is a performance basketball shoe and the latest and greatest in technology from Jordan brand. I already did a video review of these, the Lebron 17s. If you guys missed that one, go check that video out. These things are beasts in my opinion. And this one is a $200 price point. This Air Jordan 34 is $180 price point, which is kind of interesting. I feel like they messed this up because if you look at the box, it does say that they are only $175. So not sure where they came out with the extra $5, but I for sure got charged $180 for these instead of $175. So flagship Air Jordan model, and it's an interesting looking model. I think that they added a lot of crazy tech to it. Obviously, the biggest draw to the shoe from straight out of the gate is just this huge window right here where you have like a little hole through the middle of the shoe. Interesting. It's not carbon fiber. It's just like a hard plastic. And from the bottom, it doesn't look like there's any gap there. But from the side, you could see that there is a super weird like plate in the middle of the shoe. And I don't know if I love that or not. It seems like it might be interesting. But the bottom, you do have some technology that we're familiar with. You have Nike Zoom. It says right here, zoom, zoom, zoom. So they have zoom in the front, zoom in the back. So the previous models from Jordan brand had a flight plate on the bottom, was kind of a big plate in the middle. And this one is called an Eclipse plate. It's kind of interesting and it definitely draws attention to the shoe, but overall functionality, curious to see if it actually performs better on court because of it or not. But regardless, it is kind of something to talk about because it is a little bit different. And it looks kind of funky the way that is. The upper, though, is really interesting and where they change things up quite a bit. It's more of a minimalistic upper, but also you have a lot of different little elements to the shoe that I kind of like. There's a big section right here for some reinforcement, it looks, that's in like a harder plastic, a Jumpman underneath. On this upper, it's really interesting. It's the same stuff that we've seen a lot in the last couple of years. It's clear, it's see-through kind of plasticky material that's fused together, and it's really, really crazy breathable, so that's kind of nice. Underneath that, they have some layers that kind of hold together the shoe. They have that little light blue layer underneath here, which is like a little thin piece of cloth down and around the shoe here. It has a grid pattern on the toe box, though. Then you do have some suede material for the upper that bring together the tongue. The tongue is a neoprene type material, as you can see here. There's some little Swiss cheese holes all the way up the shoe there. Then you have a cool tongue. This is actually kind of probably my favorite part of the shoe. You can see it says Flight. That's embroidered, and then it has a Jumpman and this iridescent look to it, which is kind of a nice touch. Then you have a little tab here, just a nice little additional layer. And I just like the overall look of the tongue. It adds a lot of texture to the shoe, and I love that you have a traditional tongue on this model. It just kind of brings it together. I don't really love this colorway, to be 100% honest, but I'm curious to see what other colorways they have that can be really dope. I do like the iridescent look to the shoe, though. We have the Jumpman on the back, how it's kind of a regular Jumpman down here, and then it's the reverse of the Jumpman at the top. So I kind of like the design element there too. Then you have some more suede that wraps around the shoe. Then on the back tab section here, this is like a reinforced back here. And then right here it comes up, and this is kind of like the heel support on the back of the shoe. So pretty minimalistic looking shoe in general. You have these two additional exaggerated tabs that probably don't even need to be here up top here. And honestly, it was kind of confusing from images because you look at it and you're like, what are those? They're like utility type additions to the shoe, but they're sewn off here, so they don't really need these here. You could probably just cut them off if you didn't really like the exaggerated look. But I like the utility look. I mean, it kind of adds a little bit of pop to the shoe. It does have the 34 on the side right here. And all in all, again, the design is just kind of crazy. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I like that they just didn't make a plain and simple shoe. It looks like they took their time in adding a bunch of different elements to the shoe. It probably really performs great for whatever it's worth, and it has a lot of Jordan brand athletes. We did see that Zion was going to be rocking in these, but I honestly, for some reason, just can't see it. I mean, He's a massive beast of a dude. I feel like he's going to blow these out, similar to what he did to those Kyries when we saw that happen way back when. I feel personally like he should be rocking with LeBron. These LeBrons are tanks. These are beast shoes right here. And this is a type of shoe that I could see Zion rocking. I mean, these hold LeBron down. So like, LeBron's a big dude too. So I feel like this would be the better way to go. And in all honesty, I feel like Zion should have signed on with LeBron. He could have been LeBron's like first signature athlete. I know that would have been a conflict of interest since they're both in the league, but I feel like if LeBron wasn't in the league, that would have been the smartest way to go, because this is made for somebody like Zion. Again, I want to see how these perform through the year, and will he blow these out? I mean, I personally think it's possible because this material is strong. It's reinforced. There's some fused material down here to like kind of put it all together. There's some extra reinforcement fused on the toe box area around the entire shoe. But I mean, I feel like right above that fused material is where you're going to see a blowout, like up around this section here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But all in all, like, this is definitely more of a beastie shoe. And if I had to compare these two models together, like, my favorite out of these two, which is crazy to say this, but like the LeBron is a super mega beast comparison to this shoe. It's more comfortable just generally on feet because of the massive air, and the zoom is super, super nice. The design elements I actually like on this one too, even though it's just crazy. The design elements are definitely crazier on the LeBrons, and not really for everybody. I feel like more people could probably pull these off casually than the LeBrons because the LeBrons are so wild. But I do like the look of these though. I think that if we see more colorways come out of these, I'll definitely be more interested in the model. One other thing that I wanted to mention is just the heritage line of this. Although it is the 34, and if you remember the first images from the silhouette of this shoe, it looked like an Air Jordan 4, and it's kind of crazy because the overall shape of the shoe, if you look at it, it really does look like an Air Jordan 4. You have the pull tab on the back that sticks out, similar to this one, and these little extra wings up here really make that look like a big puffy tongue like we used to have back in the day right here as it folds back. So I mean, that aesthetic and this aesthetic look really, really similar. Obviously the wings on the 4 and then the ventilation on the side, that was something dated for that time. But the overall look of the silhouette of the shoe, it looks really similar. And I thought that was kind of a cool little addition that they made to the shoe. Since the 31, they really made it kind of modeled after the Air Jordan 1, 32 after the 2, 33 after the 3. I mean, they didn't really go all in on the 4 like that, but they made the silhouette kind of have the same shape, and I thought that was a cool little nod. But anyway, what do you guys think about the Air Jordan 34? Something you guys are interested in from a casual perspective or from a performance perspective? Leave a comment. Let me know. I want to know if people have any problems with that new like flight plate that they put in here, and if I guess we'll see what happens to Zion. Hopefully, it doesn't blow him out. But yeah, that's kind of a look at the shoes. Again, if I had to choose between these two, I would go with the LeBrons personally, but that's just my take, and I'm talking about from casual or for performance probably. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked the video, you can hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Have a great rest of the day and more sneaker videos very soon. Peace, guys.